Thank you so much for downloading this video. I came up with this effect because I wanted to do just a simple, standard ripping a card in half, putting it back together. Now, why is it called royalty rip? Well, because of the gimmick. This is the gimmick. It may look like just a folded card, but actually, it's made to look, when it's ripped, like it's actually ripped. And basically, that's what it looks like when it's ripped. Two pieces. Ripped in half. Now that's all it is. When I go into detail on making the gimmick in just a few minutes, you'll see how to actually make this. So basically, I use a royal card because it has all these designs and you won't see the actual gimmick, the actual cover of the gimmick, the flap, I should say. And you don't want to use regular cards like a 2 or a 4. Maybe a 10 would work. I haven't actually used it. But basically, it's made to look like when you grab it and you talk to your audience, you actually rip it in half. And you could actually piece pieces together, show that they are matching, stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's get into detail. You're going to need 2 court cards. I'm going to use the kings. Jacks are fine. Queens are perfect. And you're going to need that, a glue stick, and some wax. Magician's wax. Or, if your glue stick has residue on it and it's sticky, use that. That will make the gimmicks stick. So, you're going to need just to bend a card in half. Just like that. Take one of your dupes and bend it right in half, just like this. And that's the main portion, because basically that's how it looks like it's ripped. And to make it more convincing, you're going to actually rip a card in half. Now you're going to make a design that it will cover the plain fold here, like that. Now, just a tip, I rushed this one, so it's not going to look as good. You see that white there? You don't want that, and I kind of messed up on that, but I'm going to use it because I really don't want to redo it. But this one can work, but it won't look as convincing. So I'm going to use this for example purposes. If this ever happens, just redo it. Take another card. You probably have a dozen cards at home. So you're going to want without the white. So it should look like this, but you want that arc. So you're going to take it and you're going to glue it to one of the halves of the pack. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom half. I'm going to use one of the halves. I'm going to put glue all over that half right there. Just like that. Perfect. Put that on top, just like this, and you want to fold it in half. Just like this, squeeze them two together. And the cool thing is this can be made on the fly. So if you're traveling about an hour, or 5 minutes even, you can make this. So there you go, that's your standard royalty rip gimmick. Now if you really want to make this convincing, you can attach this using double stick tape or wax here, the other ripped half, and when you then place it here and you do a secret move to rip it, it'll really look like it's ripped in half. But anyway, so you have your gimmick here. Keep in mind I messed that up. It should not look like that. It should be without the white, so it's the opposite. So you're going to have that, and now you are ready to perform this. But we're going to run across a problem here. You're not going to keep it as straight as the first gimmick. Now it's a lot straighter than this one, and what keeps it straight is I put a little ball of magician's wax on the other ripped part, so when it comes together, it sticks perfectly. So that's what's happening there. You're going to take your piece, put this in your right pants pocket, take your card, put it on top of the deck, do a top change, have them examine it, and you're all set to go. So now the presentation. You're going to come out, show the card, and you're going to cover it just like this, palming that ripped piece. Okay? And you can talk very casually, and it sort of looks, and you can hold it down here, it sort of looks like I'm holding it in mechanics grip. So it's okay. So now you're going to come over, and your middle finger is going to contact the other side of the pack. And what's happening behind is your thumb is closing that gimmick together. Now, as it closes together, your thumb is going to go right behind and pretend to tear. Now, how to get the tearing noise is very simple. You're going to give it a little wiggle first, and as the thumb comes behind, it's going to move that card down so it's touching the cards, and you're just going to brush it right across, just like that. So now you could really just display these, and to show it on both sides. This is not a convincer. If you do come up with any convincers, please let me know. You just place this piece back to back, and you just give a quick turn. Now, if I were to stop there, you would see the other piece. When you give a quick turn, since they both look alike, it doesn't matter. So now for the restoration. You're going to find that you have some of the magician's wax here, so you'll be able to stick it on. So you make a big deal of this. You come together very slow, and you say, look, it's starting to fuse on. And we say it fuses on, you can take your hands away and show that it is starting to fuse on. And now you say, this may not look like much, so let me do this again. You're going to cover your hands one more time, and you're going to just palm that right out, just like this. And now this should be in one motion. You're going to reverse the action of opening up the gimmick. So you're going to move your thumb forward. Let me do this from behind. You're going to move your thumb forward as you come up. That kind of slipped out of my palm here. So let's do that again. You're going to come together, and as you come up, you are pressing the wax together, making a fusing look and blowing out, stuff like that. Give it a flick. Now, if you're doing this at a table, you could just lap this, but if you are not, put this in your pocket, take out a Sharpie, and say, hold this, we're going to use it in just a second, go into any routine. There. That's just to ditch it. And now you're left completely clean. Say, I know what you're thinking, have to pick up the deck, do another top change. You want to look at it. So you take a look, and that's it. Now, this should not be done close up. No. It should be done from a distance. Like, the distance that I am from the computer camera to you looks great. You see, if I hold it here, you can start to see the gimmick. If I hold it here, you can't. Now that's great. And also another big thing is lighting. Lighting is huge because sometimes this will creep out a little and they will see the shadow. You don't want to show that. And make a couple of these because they'll start to bend a lot and they'll just rip. They will just rip real easily. And that's really it. I hope you enjoyed this. Please make good use of it. I would love to see this on YouTube. And thank you.